Hello everyone, welcome to our Data Revolution channel. So here what I'm going to showcase you is why most LLM projects fail after demo. So we do the POCs, everyone is impressed. Now next what? We need to deploy the solution. But what we observe is most of the LLM solution and even if you see for the traditional AI solutions, also not only for the generative AI, it starts failing. So, what's the basic reason behind it? So, let me showcase you like the main reasons for the failure or one of the reasons for the failure. So, if you see for a simple example, here what I have done is I am using Google Colab and I have connected with Gemini 2.5 Pro model. How I did the connection and all, I will create a separate video for that. So here you can observe I have the keys and I just tried to connect with the Google AI Studio from where I can create the keys. You need to have a GCP free tier account. You get the $300 credits, and once you do the connection and all, then you will be able to use any models for that. Now, let's say once we have this model ready, so I'm using 2.5 Pro, you can use n number of models. So here all the models are available. You can see from the Gemini workspace and all. So now next what? Let's take one use case. So this is the use case where I'm giving a simple prompt. So summarize this in one sentence. The laptop arrived late and the charger was missing. Also, the customer is furious and contacted support after 2 days of waiting period. Now I had rerun it 3 times. So if you observe closely, I have the same input, I have the same code, but every time it's not the same sentence it's giving. So theoretically, it's by for a human, it might looks okay, it's the same answer, but for the machine, it's not an absolute answer. The reasoning keeps on changing, or maybe not the reasoning, the determinism. Because LLM works on probabilistic nature, but system demands deterministic nature. So here, this is one simple example to showcase how consistency can vary in production, which might lead to further bugs or let's say issues in product. Now let's deep down into a second use case where we are giving some business constraints to our use case. So what I'm giving the constraints are, it's a refund policy. Refund if delivery is delayed more than 5 days. Refund if item is missing. No refund if customer contacted support less than 24 hours ago. So here is the first prompt I am giving. So if you observe, what I have given is the laptop delivered 6 days late, charger missing, customer contacted support 2 days. Should the customer receive a refund? Answer in this format. Decision yes or no, and then give a reason. So what it told is decision is yes. Reason the customer is eligible for a refund on two grounds. The delivery was delayed by more than 5 days and an item was missing. So also uh, if you observe over here, it ignored the customer contacted support 2 days ago. This criteria. That's fine because the decision is yes. Now coming to the second prompt. I slightly changed the prompt. It's like customer reports a delayed laptop shipment. The charger was not included in the package. Support was contacted after 48 hours. Should the customer receive a refund? Now, what's the answer? Decision is again yes. A refund is warranted because an item was missing from the package. The customer also complied with the policy of waiting more than 24 hours before contacting support. What it missed is the delayed laptop shipment sentence. Now, coming to the third. So, it's mostly like when we express our anger to the ticket to the customer support. So let's say customer is extremely angry, laptop delivery was delayed, charger missing, customer contacted support, customer threatens to post on social media. This is an irrelevant information for the LLM, but still, as a business user, I can give any prompt. Now let's say the decision is again yes. So if you remember for all the three prompts, my decision is yes. But the reasoning keeps on changing. The policy allows for it. For the third one, the policy allows for a refund if an item is missing. The customer ticket states the charger was missing. Additionally, the customer waited more than 24 hours to contact support, meeting the procedural requirement. So this is mostly the most appropriate, which covers all the three business criteria, the refund policies. Now, if I give show you the analysis. So these are my three decisions, and I have asked Gemini itself to give the prompt analysis. So here, if you observe closely, so you can read it. I'm just On a very high level, I will explain. This is a decision basis style. The first reason is compound justification using two independent problems, that is delay greater than 5 and item missing. Reason 2 is substantive issue plus procedural compliance, that is item missing and procedural followed. The last one is policy driven, means the refund policy. So where you have policy rule, you have ticket evidence and the procedural fulfillment. So here you can see, though the answer decision is yes, but the reasoning keeps on changing. So you might think like, what's the big deal on this? So the big deal is on the operation sides. Now assume, like here I have mentioned, if another system, if a system is reading this output, one system will flag it as a logistic failure, another will flag it as a compliance check, another record a policy audit trail. So you have three different operating systems or business operations that might get impacted, right? So here the deterministic, predictable, and structured output is not expected from the LLM side because we have not applied any logging, any monitoring, or anything on this. So this is not a human error, but this is more a error based on machine. So this is something a machine is not able to understand and which might lead to business impact because you are triggering three different operations and business will be confused. Like if you see over here, you should have a dedicated line given like decision is yes, reason code is missing item, and flag is logistic delay. But in this case, for our three different output, how it's getting varied is because of the reasons or because of the logical structure. I hope that makes sense because always try to remember this, the decision is okay, but what is the call to action for this is the major thing we need to think in a business point of view or in the production use cases. So that's all for today. I will create more videos on the real time use case scenarios, on the real life use case scenarios. So because I have applied many traditional AI and generative AI POCs and actual projects in my company. So I believe like this should be, people should be aware on the failure side of it as well as the success side of it. So follow my channel for more such videos. Thank you.